Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Magic Arena Explorer video. So today we're back with some mono white humans, and we're using the new card from March of the Machine Aftermath, which is Coppercoat Vanguard. So that's a 2/2 for 2, uncommon human soldier, and it says each other human you control gets +1/+0 and has ward 1. So it's a kind of lord effect for your humans, giving them an extra power, which can be very helpful when you're trying to beat down your opponent. But also that ward 1 is it doesn't seem like much, but it can quickly add up against decks which are trying to use a lot of spot removal against your creatures, Rakdos and the like. Putting attacks on each of their removal spells makes them just that little bit less efficient. So we are going to try 4 copies of that in this deck. And to make room for it, we've taken out a couple of Luminarch Aspirant, which has a kind of similar Lordish effect just over a number of turns. And I think Coppercoat may just be a kind of better option in a lot of circumstances. We'll keep a couple of copies of Luminarch Aspirant in because it can still be good. But yes, that's the kind of main replacement that we've got. This just swapping out some of one 2-drop for another. The rest of the deck looks broadly as you would expect from the other decks we played in the past. Down at the 1-drop slot, we've got 4 Hopeful Initiates, so 1/2 with training that can also destroy opposing artifacts or enchantments. 4 copies of Recruitment Officer, which you use as a kind of early 2/1 play, but in the late game, boards that are stalling out, you can use it to generate more creatures into your hand. 3 copies of Skrelv, the only non-human in this deck, but the 1/1 Phyrexian Might from all will be one, which can protect your other creatures. And then at the 2-drop spot, as well as our kind of Lord effects, we've got 3 copies of Ossification, so the removal enchantment, which, when attached to a basic land, can remove any opposing creature or planeswalker, so very efficient. 4 copies of Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, so the 2/1 first strike that makes all non-creature spells more expensive. And then 4 copies of Thalia's Lieutenant, which grows all of our humans when it enters the battlefield and then gets bigger itself. So it's kind of a one of the big payoff cards of the deck. And then at 3-drop, we've got three copies of Brutal Cathar as an additional removal-based creature. 2 copies of Extraction Specialist, which can bring back one of our creatures with mana value 2 or less from the graveyard. The reason I'm now main decking these, whereas they were in the sideboard before, is that I think just to get in against a lot of decks, bringing back a Coppercoat Vanguard, bringing back a Thalia's Lieutenant, there's lots of cards which don't need to attack. In fact, all of our 2-drops can have an impact on the board even without needing to attack. So that Extraction Specialist clause that says the creature it brings back can't attack or block for as long as you control this doesn't actually matter too much because you still get value off the creature you bring back. 3 copies of Adeline, Resplendent Cathar, so that's our kind of token generator and a big beating creature. It can be a 4/4, 5/4 a lot of the time with Vigilance, so does a lot of damage to the opponent if they can't answer it. And then we're also running 2 copies of Knight Errant of Eos up at the top end, so that's a 4/4 with Convoke. When it enters the battlefield, you look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creature cards with mana value X or less from among them, where X is the number of creatures that convoked it, and put the reveal cards into your hand, then shuffle. So if you convoke with a couple of creatures, you are probably going to get to grab 2 more creature cards into your hand and just kind of keep the ball rolling. So that's a very good top end for the deck. Then the mana bases you'd expect, there's lots of planes. There's a token generator in Castle Ardenvale, Iganjo, which can deal with attacking or blocking creatures, particularly in a game where you've kind of flooded out and you've got a lot of spare mana lying around. And then 4 copies of Mutavault, obviously the very powerful creature land that becomes a human 2/2 because it has all creature types. So yeah, a kind of main deck that you'd expect to find. The new card Coppercoat Vanguard, let's see how that does. In the sideboard, we've got a couple of portable holes as kind of early interaction, deal with Llanowar Elves and other cheap non-land permanents our opponents control, Surge of Salvation to deal with black and red spells that the opponent's playing, 2 Rest in Peace as Graveyard Hate, another Extraction Specialist if we want to bring that in, 3 copies of Invasion of Gobekhan, so I've moved this out of the main deck from the previous version of Mono White Humans that we played, and put it in the sideboard, but it's still a very powerful card that you can bring in against control decks and other things. So it allows you to disrupt your opponent's hand, slow them down, take a wrath out of their hand or whatever it may be. And then when you flip it into the light shield array, it's growing all of your creatures and also acting as protection for them as well. 2 copies of Redain to bring in against decks which are running a lot of expensive spells, so particularly control. And then 3 copies of Wedding Announcement. Seen this card many times before. Generates tokens, draws cards, creates an anthem effect. Just very good at kind of keeping going against kind of those long grindier matches. So that is the deck. Very familiar, but we are playing a new card. So let's jump onto the ladder and see how the deck does. Okay, so we're starting off on the draw and a hand with no land, so that's an encouraging start. Our opponent is playing Gigantha, so it could be a sacrifice deck or a Gruul vehicles deck of some kind. Look at all these good cards. If only we were able to play them. See, if this was a land instead of another Thalia, I might think about keeping it, but can't keep this one. Oh, look, that is basically that hand. So let's keep that, because I don't want to go to 5. Pop away a... let's pop away a lieutenant. Actually, no, maybe 2 lieutenants is good. Let's... So if they're playing Sacrifice, Gruul... yeah, okay. We'll do it like this. Then just hope we draw a land in our first couple of turns. So yeah, okay, that's a good draw. So let's open with a Hopeful Initiate. Could also come in handy for destroying opposing good cards. So they've got an answer for our Thalia here with Blood Tithe Harvester. Do I really mind that much? I could Lieutenant and an attack. Yeah, let's do that instead. Offer the trade. Yep, we'll take that. 1 drop for their 2 drop. Sure thing. So let's play Coppercoat Vanguard. Fair enough. Yeah, so a sacrifice deck it is. Okay, now let's drop Thalia. We're doing a reasonable job considering we're struggling to draw a 3rd land and our hand is full of 3 drops, but okay, something big coming now, or just okay, yep, Obnixilis makes sense. Still no land, so let's just play another Coppercoat Vanguard. Attack. Pass the turn. I need to get rid of that Obnixilis, so 3rd land, please. Anytime you like. Okay, they are just deadly disputing for days at the moment. But they don't currently have a tool for doing us increments of 1 damage, so we'll take that for the moment. But I'm sure that won't be the case for too much longer. Yeah, another Harvester. Okay, I'll just play a lieutenant, I suppose. Yep, Thalia down. So 12 cards in now, still only 2 lands. Okay, they've got an oven. Okay, so let's pop Obnixilis under a Cathar. Attack with both our creatures. Sure thing. So we're not doing badly here. Okay, them ditching 2 land I don't like. Okay, decent enough start. Okay, what's next? So we can initiate and Adeline. We can Cathar and initiate. Let's see if we brutal Cathar, they'll just sacrifice whatever it is we take away, so I'm happy to just do this. Let's attack with Vanguard. Hmm. Um, Mayhem Devil's fun. So we lose our brutal Cathar, unfortunately. Yeah, we're probably in a reasonable amount of trouble now, but we just we're a bit slow out the gates. Couldn't draw that 3rd land for ages, so we're probably on the back foot in this game. But let's see if we can draw something else. Something like an ossification would be decent. Aspirant's not terrible. So let's activate Mutavault. Let's grow our Mutavault. Let's make some attacks. Okay, let's scoop this one up. Crocs are on the battlefield is just a little bit too much for us. So let's pop in Portable Hole, Surge of Salvation, Rest in Peace, take out Extraction Specialist. What else are we taking out here? Is Thalia? Thalia's okay. Let's keep Thalia in. Let's take out Skrelv because we've got Surge. And one Brutal Cathar. Yep. Don't like not being able to play anything on turn 1, but I'm not sure we can turn down this hand. So we'll open with Castle Ardenvale. Okay, Witch's Oven, sure thing. So let's start with a Coppercoat Vanguard. Another oven. Oh no. Well, this is going to be boring. So let's play a Thalia's Lieutenant. Pass the turn. Jesus. Okay. Oh well, let's play Rest in Peace. Yep. Get your loops in now. The mana drought we've had this match has proved to be pretty damning, to be honest. We don't even have anything to put our ossification on, which is pretty depressing. Oh, come on. Okay. Planes. Okay, great. So let's ossify Gigantha. Play Hopeful Initiate. Attack for 12. Yep. Okay. Good second game there. Rest in Peace coming very handy. I think we just keep it the same on the draw. Yep. Leave them to figure out how they're going to respond to our graveyard hate. Yep, decent enough. Let's open with Initiate, as it is a good one to tangle with Cauldron Familiar. Let's play Thalia. Okay. I really do need some land when I play these games, you know. Okay, so let's ossify away their Mayhem Devil. Attack for 2. Pass the turn. Right, so let's attack here. Play Initiate. Play Recruitment Officer. Okay, we're not happy about that. Block, block. Okay, wasted their treasure there. Okay, let's ossify their other Mayhem Devil. Attack again. I think at some point I can justifiably start to get quite annoyed. Yeah, they're just going to start copying harvesters now, and I'm screwed. Oh, that was a stupid amount of land in all three games. Oh well, we move on. Okay, that'll do. No one drop is sad, but decent. Decent enough twos and threes. Okay, looks like control to me. So let's offer up Thalia. Okay, Thalia down. Good, good. Let's play a Coppercoat Vanguard. That I don't mind at all. Cheeky 2 for 1. Shame it's exiled, otherwise I'd just bring it back. Oh well, can't have everything. Let's play another Vanguard. Activate Mutavault. Offer up some attacks. Although. Oh yeah, because the Wandering Emperor will not be able to exile. Yep. They can create a token, but. So let's play Brutal Cathar. Take down the Emperor. Okay. At least now I've got a target for my extraction specialists. Yes, it's a Brutal Cathar. Does the same thing every time you read it. Do they have the verdict, is the question. That's a no, then. So, are we using Knight Captain? This can't bring anything back at the moment, but fair enough. It's Extraction Specialist. And Knight Errant. Oh, that's a fruity turn. I'll have both of those, I think. Lieutenant. Adeline. Get them to 1. Good game, my friend. Okay. So, control. I think we want Invasion of Gobakan, Redain, Wedding Announcement, and I think we are taking out Brutal Cathar, Hopeful Initiate, and let's just have 2 Wedding Announcement, actually, I think. Yep, that's decent. So, what do we open with? Thalia or... Well, now, I think, yes. Let's attack. And let's play Redain. Expect they have a sensor or something here, but... No, okay. Anything they try and play with mana value 4 or greater is going to be pretty expensive now. Yeah, that's just not that good. So let's play Adeline. Fun. Fun and not at all threatening. So let's attack with Mutavault. Play Recruitment Officer. Are you signposting a March of Otherworldly Light by any chance? Ooh, nice. Okay, let's grab both versions of Thalia. Well, technically that's not Thalia, it's... Anyway. If that's all you're doing, I am more than happy with that. Well, I admire their attempts to keep going. Yep. They're not giving up. Ooh, okay, now we might be in trouble. That's a pretty good draw. Okay. Is it worth attacking into this? We're dead on the crackback. We're dead on the crackback anyway. Nope. Okay. No, fair enough. Just couldn't quite get there in the end. They had enough spells to stop us, but 'tis what it is. Okay, so now that we've seen their creatures, I think we'll pop back in Brutal Cathar. Take out Wedding Announcement and... we'll just have two Brutal Cathars, actually. Yep. Yep. Almost best possible. A lot of land. I should have activated the Mutavault there first, but wasn't thinking. But yeah, one shark. So I think they're dead. Whatever they do here. Yep. Even if they were able to verdict there, they were still dead. Okay, that's how the deck is supposed to go. I'll do one more. Okay, we will take being on the play with this deck all day long. Yep, that's a decent hand. Knight Errant is going to do some good work for us here, hopefully. Some sort of rogues or something deck, perhaps? No? Esper. Esper. Okay, this is Esper Greasefang. So we'll pass the turn. No land again, obviously. Yep. Okay, we'll play Skrelv. Pass the turn again. Just hope they don't have any Greasefangs. Well, them ditching a Fatal Push doesn't make me optimistic. Yep, there we go. We have no good answer to that, so I think we're just dead in this game. Yep, we'll scoop this one up. Not much point sticking around. So, rest in peace, take out Extraction Specialist, put in Invasion of Gobakan, take out Skrelv, go to it. Yep, decent enough. Let's play Thalia. Fair enough. Okay, let's hit them with the Invasion of Gobakan. Okay, no Greasefangs to be seen, so let's just get rid of Faithful Mending. Attack the invasion. Interesting choices for our opponents here. Yep. So let's activate. Let's activate Mutavault. Let's tack down the invasion. Play it. Play Coppercoat Vanguard. Okay. Sure thing. Ooh, this is fun. So let's play Aspirant into Lieutenant into attack with Coppercoat Vanguard. Into pass the turn. Still no Greasefang. We love to see it. So they're going to be able to kill our Coppercoats here, but nothing else. And we can Light Shield a raid to save it if we so wish, which I think we might do. Yep. So let's play Recruitment Officer into Adeline into... Yep, good-o. So, what are we going to do on the draw? Hope to draw Rest in Peace, I think, is basically option plan A, B, and C. So, let's just make it happen. And Esper Greasefang doesn't have Witherbloom command, so that does make the... Okay, well, that's what we're going to do. Okay, no Thoughtseize from our opponent is great news. So we'll see what they do turn 2 to determine whether we play Rest in Peace or Thalia. Okay, let's see what they put in the bin. Okay, nothing that they can animate, so let's just play Thalia and pass the turn. Okay, there's Parhelion. So down comes Rip. Parhelion away, pass the turn. Sure thing. That's just an expensive exile 2 cards for our opponent. Sure thing. So let's play Adeline here. Attack with both of these. Yep, happy to take that trade. They're not. Fair enough. Just gives us an option to destroy their vehicles later. Yep. So let's play Recruitment Officer. Let's attack. Now let's Knight Errant of Eos. Just grab a lieutenant. It's good enough. Ooh, fun. Don't do that, you're dead. Okay, I'll just kill them then. There we are. Esper Greasefang down. Yeah, that rest in peace did a lot of good work there. Very good. So that is another iteration of Mono White Humans. I think Coppercoat Vanguard did a lot of good work there. I think the ward ability makes it a must kill, so it's drawing fire away from your other big threats. Yeah, I like it a lot. I think that will be a staple of this deck going forward, and I would definitely recommend people try out that particular build. I'll show you the deck list one last time. There we are. Mono White Humans just keeps iterating and getting slightly better every time. So, yeah, another good version of the deck. Knight Errant of Eos, I'm pleased was able to do good work in that game after it struggled in the last version we did. So, yeah, there we are. Hit those like and subscribe buttons. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.